Ancient China was before a very civilized place. Today it is also civilized. Before, it was actually a very small country. Before, it rose and became a really big country. The economy now and before has a very substantial difference. Before, it was really just like a small village, maybe a small kind of country. And then suddenly they rose to war and took over a lot of land. Just like Shenzhen. Shenzhen used to be a fishing village. Look at what it has now involved too. It's China's economy is now booming. Ancient Chinese clothing was actually kind of like based off other people's clothing. In 1930s to 1940s, 80, dress is further westernized, like based off the Westerners' clothes, tailored to flatter body shape, and then foot binding is taken away. And then 1940s to 1960s ADs, the cheongsam survives as everyday wear until the late 1960s. Again, they based it off other people's. And then finally, 21st century, they had their own design. What they wear now, it's even more westernized. It's just like maybe a collar neck or turtleneck shirt, except there's like Chinese patterns on it. And here's George Bush along with the Chinese president waving. People prayed to the Buddhas as a tradition. They thought the Buddhas would grant them long lives. The elders or any women were granted superiority in their family. People in ancient China used bamboo as the main structure to make instruments such as erhu. People sued for jobs and to show their talent. In the ancient times, people handmade buns. It was their usual meal or routine. Men usually worked as blacksmiths in the olden days due to the extreme strength they usually possessed. The kids had to strictly wear a uniform, and if the children didn't follow the rules, they would be whipped. Back in the old days, people made houses out of any materials they scavenged, such as, for example, Danka women lived on boats. Since the leaders of China wanted more land, they prepared the powerful military and fought for land. The cannons were their main source of fighting, like defense. And on the offensive, they usually set up cannons that could move, and then people would rush into the base and try to kill people. Right now, modern technology, in modern China, we now have guns, as you see in the right picture. Back in the old days, technology was as simple as pen holders, ink holders, and other things. People worked very hard to have enough money to buy food. Government tax rates were high, and some people could not afford to pay the taxes. They had borrowed money, but they were eventually put in jail. China separated to 3 groups for the people who lived there. A third was the mountains, a third was the sea, and so on. It made it easy to traverse, but gave only a rough direction.